Okay guys, welcome back to my Let's Play of Germany in Hot Surviving 2 DD.A. Basically, I ran it for a while after I finished recording part 1, and what you've missed, deployed some infantry units, as you can see there, and deployed one over here from our construction queue. Also, the planes came out of production and were added to my wings. We just finished this research rocket engine. We're not quite sure what we're going to do next. I'm currently ferrying some infantry division over to this area here. Hopefully before the war kicks off we'll get another army over here as well for some extra support. So yeah, let's have a look at technology. Oh god, these are all 39 there. So let's get the turbojet engine on the go. Fantastic stuff. Something I wanted to check here, general. I always promote these to field marshals. So that we can have the best results in combat. And our basic light carrier is complete. It's all 40s, I believe. Yeah. So let's do some air doctrines then. Let's see, night strikes. Okay. If you just bear with me guys, the fun will be starting shortly. We're now in April, so we're getting there. As you see, I haven't bothered putting any units along the bottom here. Oh, something else you missed, I've annexed Czechoslovakia and shared their territory with, let's pause this a second, with Hungary, which made them join our alliance, which is of course always nice. Let's put the guard in the wrong place. Pardon me. I'm just gonna slow this down a bit now. while we transport these units across. It's above normal. So my defence is now set up against France. 9 units in each of these squares. The general plan of action is to take Poland, redeploy all the forces from here over here, and invade France before the event fires for the Netherlands and Belgium wars, which will actually stop the event from firing. So we haven't got to worry about putting an army on their border either. One army we are going to have to deploy at some point is just a couple armies up here for the invasion of Denmark, and then immediately after our invasion of Norway. Okay, fantastic. I don't bother with the intelligence, although when you're playing with some other countries, it's a good idea and something you will basically need. Oh dear, one of our ministers has died. I don't really bother with the ministers or anything like that, unless you're playing a more difficult nation. Those kind of things are really not important, or if you're playing on like very hard. But even then, you don't usually have to worry about that stuff. You can actually go ahead and do quite well. Without it. Okay. Three is in there. I think our best bet here would be going with the 9 and then 2. What we can actually do here, move this up here. That's goes and move this gentleman down here. We'll be invading Corkroom, is that? You have to excuse my pronunciations of these things. I am really, really bad with it. Quite quickly, so will pretty much be one of the first immediate pushes into it anyway. So defense here isn't really needed unless we fail, which is unlikely. Because what we'll do is we'll support support from here and attack from here. Basic mountain division, eh? Taken up. We can still leave. There we go. Get that done. How's our production doing now? We're getting pretty close. If we add prioritize production, and any spare from production will begin upgrades, like so. So now we're building everything, which is nice. And on top of that, our units are beginning to get upgraded. Slowly but surely. As the next load of infantry come out, that'll be finished next month. The amount of upgrades, SPN's upgrades will massively increase, so we should hopefully have them all done before the war kicks off. Not to mention the obviously weekly amount we're pumping into it at the moment. On here we're going to continue with our first sit with some encryption there. As you can see now, we can now see how many units they have, and the encryption and decryption will help us when it comes to assaulting them. Never ever expect much from Hungary. Ideally, if you start a 36 campaign, or if, like me, you tend to pump out a lot of military quite quickly. You can reinforce. In this case I could reinforce this area here, but I prefer, oops, that was a ball that wanted. There we go. That was the one I wanted to do. I won't tell anyone if you don't. Just reinforce the line down here, give them extra resources there. it's a helpful little defensive tool once we launched against Asgard, which is something else. There we go. The bottom corner here. Like I say, we wouldn't really need any defenses here. We don't really need it here either. Panzer division's been upgraded. Our mountain divisions have been upgraded. Very good. Our boats are starting to come out, although some will be considerably behind others. Turbojet engine. Flying bomb. We could start that, but I'm going to pass and see. That's another one for that guy. Plants 41. 41. Next year. All stars. Congratulations, mate. There we go. First fleet's coming underway. Hopefully by the time we've invaded Poland, France will have our first fleet ready to go. I don't think so, but wishful thinking. Yeah, we're going to go with the production here. Manpower is going to be quite important. Especially later on in the game. But I mean, like for example in the war against Soviet Russia, you know, if you want to keep pushing and not get into slow, sluggish war, you're going to use up a lot of manpower and reinforcements. As well as, you know, offensives in the winter will cause you to lose a lot of men as well, and then obviously the manpower reinforcement. Let's go with the historical agreement on this. This is the decision to split Poland. I should probably start reading these out, shouldn't I? On August the 23rd, 1939, Hitler and Stalin signed a non-aggression pact called the Molotov-Ribbentrop Treaty. Secret protocols of the treaty defined the territorial spheres of influence Germany and Russia would have after a successful invasion of Poland. Hitler had been creating justifications and laying plans for such an invasion since April. According to the agreement, Russia would have control over Latvia, Estonia and Finland, while Germany would gain control over Lithuania and Danzig. Poland would be partitioned into three major areas. The Wartheland area, bordering Germany, would be annexed outright to the German Reich, and all non-German inhabitants expelled to the east. Over 77,000 square miles of eastern Polish land with a population of over 13 million would become Russian territory. The central area would become a German protectorate, named the General Government, governed by a German civil authority. Okay. And that basically says the same thing. And we've gained a new leader. The war's grabbing close, guys. Oh. The war's not coming close, it's here. It's been decided. Okay. We'll slow it down to below normal now for our immediate invasion. Let's get on. The Ribbentrop asked the Poles for the return. Oh, that's just the end of this part. So basically, let's end this quickly. As for the return of Danzig and the strip of German territory across the Polish corridor, on which a German road and rail link between East Prussia and the rest of Germany could be built. This time, Hitler met real resistance, should I say. On the 31st of March 1939, the British and French guaranteed the borders of Poland. Encouraged by the guarantee, the Poles were not about to compromise then. As 1939 progressed, the position of the Soviet Union became critical. If Stalin allied himself with Britain, Germany would run the risk of a two-front war. If she pushed the world into conflict, British attempts at negotiation with the Soviet Union were, however, lackluster, and etc. 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 So, final ultimatum: Danzig or war. It's war. And I will see you in part 3 for the war.